One thing about bodybuilding, it can make or break you if you let it. I learned it can make or break you. Don't be afraid to take a risk. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't let nobody tell you that, you know, you can't do it.
It's therapy time right here. About to clock in. When I mean by clocking in, I'm about to go to work. This is what we here for.
Went through depression, which caused me to sit out from the 2020 Mr. Olympia. It was hard. I mean, I cried every night. I was, you know, texting my close friends, like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. And, you know, something told me to sit out, focus on your mental health, focus on your physical health.
The worst thing you could tell someone is say they can't do it or they're not gonna do this or look a certain way. Hey, I just have to prove you guys. I'm about to prove myself wrong, then it's gonna be proving you guys wrong.
How bad do you want to step on the Olympia stage this year, especially?
Oh, it was, I mean, of course, bad. I mean, that's the biggest show in the world. I mean, it's the Super Bowl of bodybuilding, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, so it's a done deal. I manifest things, so it's going to happen.
And new to world champion, Keone Pearson.
2023, I had to flip the switch because I knew I was so close to being #1, and that's exactly what we did, and it all paid off at the end. Cardio time. Yes, we do cardio in off season. It's funny because I don't even like to say off season. I like to say improvement season. Because when you say off season, people think it's a break. You get to take off. You get to enjoy yourself. But in Keone world, that's not the case. The work still goes on. The preparation still goes on. And honestly, the improvement season is a season that you want to make improvements so you can look better for contest prep. So there's no off. So Vegas has been amazing. I moved here after I won Texas Pro. Environment is everything. Dallas was great. I don't regret anything from Dallas. That was just a stepping stone for this to happen. Shout out to Gasp and Better Bodies. Shout out to Michael Johansson. Really appreciate you for taking great care of me while I was there in Texas. I needed to start a new chapter here to go, you know, to the next level. And everything's been aligned. I met a lot of great people, a lot of great connections. I've been traveling the world. I mean, literally, I've been to like several countries already. It's been amazing. I have no complaints. But I love Vegas. Vegas is gonna be the home for a while, especially since the Olympia is here. Just loosen up a little bit. Today's actually hamstring day, so I do a lot of recovery before I train legs, and I do a lot of recovery after I train legs. So do a little bit of stretching, not too long. Just honestly just getting my hips a little bit open before I get on this treadmill. Cardio. Yeah, you guys, I felt like a deja vu just now of me walking at the treadmill with the man behind my back recording me, and I had that waist trainer on from Chicago Pro Prep at my place in Texas. So, I mean, the biggest thing was winning the Olympia. Crazy. Going against one of my idols, Sean Clarita. I looked up for him since I got into bodybuilding. I knew he was a really good bodybuilder, so just watching him and following him and be able to compete next to him was such an honor. The winning was even better. But I told you guys we were gonna make it happen. I just had to really believe in myself and really make sure I had the right people in my circle, and that's what it boils down to. You know, when you want to be successful in life, you want to surround yourself by champions, or you want to surround yourself by people that's doing better than you, and that's what I did. Also, I have really good people in my circle that I trust. They push me and motivate me, and most importantly, they want to see me win. And you got to have a circle that wants to see you win.
So I went through a lot of mental health struggles during the Chicago Pro Prep. For some reason, it was both Chicago's Pro Prep, but I figured the answer, what it was is I didn't believe in myself. Something I kind of said on my Olympia win, on my speech, just the self-belief. I didn't have the self-belief. I felt like I was in my own way. I kept myself trapped, which caused just negative thoughts. And also I wasn't utilizing my circle correctly, which meaning the people that I could have asked for help, I could have asked for the push, I did not do that. So that was the biggest difference between now and then.
To our winner. And new 212 champion, Keone Pearson.
Pressure is a great thing to have when you're at the top, because people looking at you, they're following you. They want to see what are you going to do. But if you let that pressure get to you, it can be a negative thing, and it can tear you down. It can really put you to the ground and make you feel depressed. Like I felt like if I didn't please everyone, people didn't like me. If I didn't bring that package, people was gonna shit on me on the internet and make these crazy videos. Once you surpass that, like past that stage, man, pressure is a beautiful thing, and I want the pressure. Now I enjoy the pressure. I want it all. I want all the smoke, as they say nowadays in this generation. We want all the smoke. I want the pressure. That's a great thing, and I use it as fuel, and it helps me be the person I am today, because my goal is to prove myself wrong first and foremost, and second is to prove those judges wrong, and third is to prove the world wrong and let them know, like, I can do this. You know, it's not a one and done title thing. I can do this again and again and again.
That is so I just got it today, just coincidence. It was supposed to be right on your birthday, but it wasn't, so happy birthday.
Thank you, babe.
Of course.
That's really sick. One of many. Now we're going to eat a meal so we can fuel this body up for this leg day. Usually this is my pre-training meal, so I'm just going to have this meal now. And then before I train, I usually do chicken and rice. I have the option of either or, but I'm craving cream of rice, so we're going to do this with some whey isolate and blueberries. It's ultra whey, so just like your regular whey isolate right here. Yeah. Let's be real. Bodybuilding is one of those sports. This is a very expensive sport. People go broke doing bodybuilding and probably will never get that money back from doing bodybuilding. So being at the top where I'm at, I mean, you do have more advantage to have companies that will invest into you if they believe in you, and if you have the following or an engagement or the performance. One thing about bodybuilding, it can make or break you if you let it. I learned it can make or break you. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're around people that knows about this sport, like for me, I've been very fortunate to be around Flex Willer. I've been fortunate to be around Jay Cutler and all these older guys that put time in to guide me into the right direction, so I don't land into, like, you know, into a dumb position like some of these other bodybuilders have in the past. All right, guys, now we're gonna do the Normatec sleeves. beautiful girlfriend surprised me with this on my birthday, my 29th birthday. So I don't have to spend all this freaking money going to these cryo places or compression places. So this was definitely a money saver, a huge investment. So if you're a bodybuilder, or especially just anyone in general that's crazy about recovery, you want to save money, invest into some sleeves, you guys. For the competition prep, I would do Normatec sleeves every day for inflammation. And when we move into our new house next month, my goal is to get us a sauna for the garage. So I'll have a sauna and I don't have to worry about having to travel anywhere for that. Ugh. I gotta turn it on. Come on. Oh, I plugged it in, right? Idiot, duh. Well, we had some difficulties. We had some difficulties.
Wow.
The power, I kept hitting the start button, but it's a power button first. It's all good, whatever. Just keep that in the video. They need to know how slow I can act sometimes. But no, guys, I was totally confused. We're gonna do about 30 minutes. Now we're gonna hit start. Level 7. Boom. Girlfriend's behind me in the car. She's going to put me through the session. She's been doing all my training and it's been a help tremendously. At my level of bodybuilding, I want to do as least, thinking as possible at this point when it comes to my diet and training. So having a partner that knows what they're talking about, she sees me every day. She knows what I'm eating. She knows what I'm doing. She knows how I look when I'm full, when I'm flat. And so there's no other better partner to help than your lady, and she helps me tremendously. And it's tough. It's not easy, but it's been paying off like crazy. And one thing I want to say, don't be afraid to ask for help, especially if it's the opposite gender. I know in bodybuilding, people think that you have to have a male coach. That's not the case. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. Well, this actually cuts my range of motion all the way down. So I'm good on that.
Yeah, so don't lift the knee.
I got to have it where I want to kind of overstretch now. I got so great at this movement.
But it's that contraction when you come up. Don't let the knee come up. Once the knee comes up, that's lower back. Yep. Good. Last one here, squeeze, and we'll go up on the next one.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. One more like that. Come on. One more. You got it. You got it. Good.
After the Olympia in 2022, he was really sick, like all of us were after that Vegas Olympia. And he took about 3-4 weeks off, and then we started training together. And I started leading the programming casually. And then he said, can you just do my programming for me? Probably January, February of that year. So all of the 23 off season, 23 prep, and now we're in 24 off season. And as you can probably see now, just even in the 2 days you guys have been training together, his style has changed quite a bit. The intensity is still high, and I did like that about his training. He was very intense, but a little loose with his technique, and maybe paying attention to some movements that built more foundational muscle for him. But after you know, you get to a certain level at the Olympia, you don't need foundational muscle anymore. Now we're talking about bringing up weak points. And so I tried to just target his programming to areas of his concern, like weak point training, and then really slow that momentum you were talking about down, and really enhance his time under tension and mostly his connection to the actual muscle intended to move, not just overall movement, you know? So I think that's the biggest thing. And then also training, there were certain body parts and movements he had never done before. So anytime you have an athlete who's as talented as Keone, and there's areas that he's just never touched before, meaning in coaching we call that new stimulus, man, what a gift. That was like an easy dub for me, because if I have him doing something new, it's gonna make him grow because he's a freak. Yep, he's out just like that. Yep. Come on, you got it. You got it, let's go, I'm with you. Come on.
Amanda told me, like, if you get your stuff together and you did all this half-assing your off seasons, imagine what can happen when you're 100%. And it really hit me. And then, you know, 2023, we took that first series, like full-blown, you know, 100% strict off season. And like I said, it paid off. And now I just have a whole different, you know, outlook on things when it comes to that. I was in my own way and I was letting the ego get to me. So I had to throw that to the side and be a student, and I had to let someone take over. And I needed that punch to the face when I got 14th. I needed, you know, to hear those words from Amanda. You know, she said it, she didn't say it nice either. So it hit me, and I knew that I knew I can be a lot better, and I felt guilty for not being 100% in the past, but I can't do nothing about it. All I can do is focus on the now and do right, you know, each day going forward.
Now that you're Olympia, Mr. Olympia 212, what do you want now?
Now it's just to build a legacy at this point. Once you win, now we're talking about legacy. Now we're talking about, okay, how many times can we do this over and over and over again? How much better can we be? Once I build my name and the legacy, everything else is gonna fall into play.